Medical units stand by. 30 seconds to contact. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
We got him. Let's go.
Good evening and welcome to Proof of Comics number 63. I'm your host, Frederic Guimont, and we're here tonight with all you art aficionados and comic book connoisseurs to welcome Dave Brink for the first time on the show. I've been seeing him around the interwebs, and I've always been curious, always been drawn to his Perfect 10 comic. I don't know why. Something about it is just very attractive to me.
We really need an applause sound effect.
I do, right? I don't have any of those. I just have like these video clips that we'll get into. I need a soundboard for sure. And we'll get into it. But first, let me introduce my co-host, Wrangler from Frequency Studios. How are you doing, man? How you doing, Wrangler?
Hola. What's going on?
What's up, man? And yes, let's say hello to the chat real quick. We got Omer Glitch. How you doing, Omer Glitch? You're welcome to join us and draw, because this is technically a draw stream. And if I'm the only one drawing, it looks like I'm running a scam to just get commissions, which is totally what I'm doing. We got Dave Brink in the house. Gordon, good brother, for the first time. Welcome, man. Thank you for joining us.
Gordon.
Hit that like and join and subscribe if you like the stream. Thanks for joining us. And of course, Wrangler, how you doing, man? So
hey, I'm everywhere.
You were like double dipping all over the place.
I was kind of triple dipping earlier. I was in two windows.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to be setting up my part of the draw stream. So I'm redrawing one of the covers for my Rattel, which is launching in less than 3 weeks. So this was an original idea I had for the cover back when I started, and then I drew a whole comic book, and then I realized, okay, well, the design has evolved. My drawing skills have evolved a little bit. So I'm doing a little bit of a redraw, a touch up on the original idea, because I really love the composition. I like the general idea that stays valid, but I figured, yeah, just a little bit of a touch up. And I started yesterday, and I'm going to be working on that today as we have a conversation with our friend, Dave Brink. Welcome, Dave. You're calling in, you're not on the phone, this is StreamYards, but you're tuning in from the Netherlands, I hear, like all the way on the other side of the world.
Yeah, all the way from the other side of the planet.
How does someone from the Netherlands come into to the indie YouTube comic space? Because we don't see a lot of people especially non-English speakers. I would imagine English is your second language, like kind of like me. French is my first language. Um, could you tell us a little bit how you got into the whole indie space online?
Well, it's basically because I started to make my own comics, and I really enjoy the American comics. That
Yes.
was what I really liked as a kid. So when I started to make comics, those were the books that I wanted to make. And then I watched videos about it, so people making comics, so learning the craft, talking about it, and those were usually like Americans that I followed, right? So and that's so when I got to do comics and I wanted to promote them, I had to network, and my network is like 95% American. It's simply because of the format and the kind of books that I like and I make.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I'm on the exact same page. I grew up with European bande dessinée, of course, but something about the American superheroes had much more drama, much more action. They were pushing the envelope a little bit more, I find, than the Europeans were,
That's
especially
because we're
in the
nuts.
90s. Yes, of course. You've got Second Amendment and First Amendment, and together that makes really good comics for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. To me. It was more like, because I also read the European books, right? So European comics, but for some reason it was the coolness aspect of superheroes that really drew me into that genre, that style, um, and there was nothing compared to that made within like the European scene. Um, so yeah, plus they came out every month, so there was a lot to read, a lot to the European books. They are great, but they have different themes, different art styles, and they're all awesome. And but they usually take 1 year to produce, or 2 years, sometimes even. They are like a completely different scene. Um, so there was something about the American format style, the way the stories were told, the heroic aspects of it, that really attracted me.
And were you reading the original English versions of the books, or were you getting like translated versions?
Yeah, in the beginning it was like the translated ones. The first book that I got that got me into superheroes was a crossover between Superman and Spider-Man.
Oh,
And I didn't really know back then how special that was, like this intercompany crossover thing.
yep, that was not an easy thing to get done.
No, and I learned later on that these characters didn't belong in the same universe. So this was all new, but I really loved Superman and the Spider-Man character, and I wanted to know more. Um, and but these were translated. I was too young to even really understand English properly.
Hmm.
And so I began to read the books that I could read. So like the translated. We had this little company called Junior Press, and they translated the bigger titles like the Fantastic Four, of course, Spider-Man, the Avengers.
Yeah.
And later on, I wanted to expand. So I discovered this comic book shop, and they sold imported comics, and I was like, whoa,
Yes.
there's even more. There's even more.
Jackpot.
Yeah. So and then I began to collect those, read those, and that's also a large part how I learned to read English,
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
because I
yeah.
just wanted to understand what was going on.
Hmm.
So you have to force yourself. So you don't really know it, but you're learning the language. You're learning the
Yep.
way people talk, and the way stories are being told and constructed.
Yeah, but
Uh,
beautiful thing about comics is you have much more image visual context, so it's easy to understand what the gist of the story is, and then you're curious about, okay, what's he saying here? What's the answer? What's the dialogue
yeah.
going on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way to learn. Oh, we got Omer Glitch in the house. Welcome, Omer Glitch. Now this is a
on.
What's
Hey.
up, man?
full-on
Bring it.
art stream mode
Dave,
has
good to see you.
commenced.
Hi, man. Nice to meet you, sir.
Likewise. Yeah, I think we were on a stream with over on the studio.
Oh, really? Right.
Dave. Yeah, I think, or we were drawing your characters. Sorry, you weren't there. Yeah, we were drawing your.
Yeah, I'm
perfect
planned
ten.
for the studio sometime next month.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, guys. You guys were in it good.
That's the whole point of the stream, Omer, is interrupting. You're welcome to do so. I'm happy to see you here, man. Thanks for
Thank you,
joining
sir.
us.
Appreciate the invite.
Now we're an official art stream now that you're here.
Yeah, I heard you early on. I was checking my settings and getting my computer set up. We had a storm earlier, so I had to make sure it was off and then turned it back on.
Omer, what are you doing? Your Batman is all upside down. You're doing it all wrong.
I'm doing it wrong. I'm drawing some hatching, so I had to turn it towards me because I like pulling the lines towards me.
Of course.
So
By the way, they never really made it a thing for Batman that he's hanging upside down like a bat.
Oh yeah, that's such a wasted opportunity, right?
Yeah.
didn't Kelly Jones did it a couple times, didn't he? Kelly Jones, he drew Batman.
Oh,
like
that would make sense.
Especially when he was kind of like more bat-like, he did that Elseworld version where Batman was kind of more bad Dracula-like. I think he had him upside down once or twice there.
Right.
Because Spider-Man does it all the freaking time.
Yeah. But you're right, Dave. Like it's one of those things that should be done way more often.
Yeah, it's like lean into the theme, right?
Right. It's like Fred said, Spider-Man's gets done all the time like that. So
Yeah. Especially with the McFarlane. So I'm curious. At one point, you must have discovered Todd McFarlane's art, Dave.
Sure. Yeah.
What was your first impression when you saw him? Because I was like put off at the first impression. It took me a little bit of time to get into his work.
Yeah, it was very, very cartoony, right? I remember seeing his work the first time on, I think it was the Hulk. So there was this area. Great.
a hard time hearing him.
Yeah, I added some music and then it scrunched the audio for some reason. Sorry about that.
When a song first starts, it tends to voice compress the voice of whoever's speaking out.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dave. I scrunched your voice with the audio. I shouldn't have done that.
All right.
Okay, you're good now. You're good.
Amateurs.
I know, right?
I'm just kidding.
I know. We need a professional audio mixer.
It's only his like 500th episode.
63, but thank you very much.
You just made it over a year. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like 2.5 months ago, we had a big celebration. It was
Nice.
I couldn't believe it. We made it 2 years.
There was so much Sabrina.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Did you all have cake too?
No, none of that.
No-
that's
no
that's
cake.
fattening.
Oh.
But I want to get back to Dave Brink. I'm
Right,
sorry,
right.
I cut you off with the Todd McFarlane first impressions.
Oh, I was saying that as far as I remember, the first time I saw his artwork was during the Hulk. So he did the Hulk for a little bit. And I thought it was a little bit different. So the style was different, but it never really bothered me because the story was really interesting to me. But yeah, he had this cartoony art style, and it was slowly pushing the art more into the goofiness. So it didn't always land for me, but the Hulk he did, yeah, that was pretty cool. And of course the Spider-Man run. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not really. I didn't have a problem with his art style, really. It just took some getting used to.
Yeah.
Can I ask Dave a question, Fred?
Yes, but you have to insert a quarter every time you have a question.
A Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead, Omer.
So who is maybe just to make it a little easier, who are your top 3 or 5 favorite artists in comics, Dave?
Well, it's a bit boring because it's a bit predictable. But I really liked the art of Joe Madureira.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of
Joe Mad, yeah,
clones. Yeah. So that was a style that I really loved. And of course, Jim Lee's work. There was a
classic.
There was a Scott Clark was a artist whose work I really liked.
Oh, I don't
He
know
passed.
if I'm familiar with Scott Clark.
Stormwatch.
Yeah.
Oh, he did the Stormwatch. Okay, I have a couple of issues of those.
Unfortunately, he died, but
he passed away.
He had a certain unique style with exaggerated proportions, but it was so cool. It was like the awesomeness jacked up to 11, and that was really awesome. I really love that. I have a artist edition of him somewhere.
Very nice. What do you think of his inker? So at the time, Scott Clark was being inked by Alexander Gardner. Is it Alexander Gardner? Wait, he was inking J. Scott Campbell, right? But he's become a great artist on his own now. I don't know if you're familiar with.
No,
is it Alexander Gardner? I mean, yeah.
That's possible. I gotta say I never really paid much attention to the inkers, which is not good. Because now that I'm working with inkers, I'm producing my own book. It's written it's drawn by Alan Goldman, and Alan Goldman he doesn't do inks, so I had to bring in this inker, and inkers do a lot of heavy lifting also. Because when the style is really sketchy and really loose, and so inkers kind of have to be artists also. You have to draw in details that aren't really penciled in.
Yep.
So it's really a remarkable trait,
It's really the finishing of the art, is really the appropriate thing to do. I've always wanted to get my stuff inked by somebody else when I was younger. I was seeing myself as a penciler. I'll get an inker to do all the stuff. But now that I understand the process a lot more, I don't think I much more enjoy inking myself now. I see it at the last final step of the drawing. That gives you complete control of what's on the page at the end of the day. So I've really grown to appreciate and enjoy inking a lot more.
Right. Plus, when you ink your own work, you can be even more loose with pencils because you kind of know what it will be. Pau, for instance, the artist on Perfect 10, he also inks his own work, and he sends me a layout, and he basically starts to ink from the layout. So the layout is very simple usually. I mean, it's not simple in design, but simple in the way it's drawn. It's lacking certain details, but he just fills everything in directly when he inks.
So I imagine he's doing it digitally, the way you describe. Yeah.
Yes. Well,
he's a great artist, by the way.
Yeah, I love his style. Dude. It's so dynamic and elegant at the same time. Everything has movement and fluidity, and you just want to caress. I mean, maybe it's because hot babes and everything.
The breast looks supple.
Yeah, and the legs are always an interesting movement as well. It was like this one here.
What's with the hair? That's really cool looking. How it's just coming alive.
From the blonde one, yeah. That's kind of her thing, like the living, moving.
A lot of Aquanet, huh?
Yeah, really cool. I loved his work for years, and when I in the beginning, years back, I just reached out to ask him if he would do a pinup for something, and so I got a pinup from him. So I commissioned him for a pinup or 3 or 4, and then I told him, someday I like to make a complete book with you, sir. And he was like, yeah, sure. Like he probably hears that every week from people.
Yeah.
So he was just polite, like, yeah, sure, you know, and
I bet
and
you
then
would.
yeah, and then I saved up money because I took it seriously, and I was like, I like tried to make a script, so something that also lead into his style. I was like, this needs Pau's art on it,
Oh,
you know.
interesting. So you were kind of like scripting with an artist in mind
Well,
already.
I took it seriously when Pau said sure. So yeah, I had this other comic planned that I wanted to do with him called Gorgeous and Grotesque.
Oh, that's a
but
good name.
Thanks, but I couldn't get the script really to work, so that I was like really satisfied with the script. And then I dusted off this old concept for what later became Perfect 10. It was called different, and so I completely reworked that, and I proposed that to Pau, like what do you think of this concept, this and he was like, yeah, man, let's do it, you know. And it took us about 1 year, like before we even started the comic. So to get the story right, to do character designs, to get everything moving, and then.
And when you say to get the story right, were you bouncing ideas back and forth with him on the story?
Not really. No, it was. I'm very protective of what I write. Really, I kind of know what I want. It's just for me to figure out the best way to write it, and plus I was a bit insecure about my own skills as a writer, if I could even do it. This book.
Was this your first attempt at writing a comic as well?
Not really. I've written several books before this, but still, with every new book, new title, it takes me a little while to get into it. So, and it took about 1 year before I was like, all right, I got the groove now for this particular book. So let's make it happen. And at some point, you just need to start. So. Yeah. And once we got to start, we got started. I was still working out some details, but I figured things out along the way.
Yeah.
Even the design of 10, she went through several designs before we settled on this one. And Pau had already drawn the first 2 pages, even.
Oh, okay.
At a different hairstyle. Luckily, she was naked in the first scene.
Oh, wow.
So we still had some time to work out the costume.
Saved in the ink.
Yeah, and then so he drew the first 2 pages, and then I came across this photograph of this model with the wild short hair, and I was like, that's her, you know. And I sent him the photo, and I was like, Pau, stop with page 3. This is the hairstyle. So he went back to page 1 and page 2, and he redid the hair.
That's fascinating. So he's doing the pencils, but he's doing them digitally, and then he's sending them to an inker, correct? Is that the process?
No, he does everything himself.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the other artist you were talking earlier. Okay.
Yeah. He actually does the pencils.
Yeah, he does his own inks. Yeah.
The layout with pencils, and then he inks digitally, But sometimes, I think with the first book, he inked. He inked like traditional.
Oh, really?
And the second book, a large part he did digital to speed up the process.
But he still pencils traditionally. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. He goes like sometimes traditional, sometimes digital.
Okay, varies it up a little bit. Interesting.
Yes.
That's fascinating.
By the way, I like the subtitle on this cover here.
I know, right?
Yeah, Dave, I think you've got a knack for names and titles. Like something about it just rings good marketing to me.
Yeah, thanks. I had that title for years, and I was looking forward to finally use it.
So you've got trading cards on the way as well.
Yeah, with every campaign we make cards, right? So there's this Dutch artist he called René Bergmans. He has this very particular European style. So he doesn't really draw superheroes usually.
Okay.
That's the fun thing. So he kind of draws these characters in his crazy, cutesy European style, and you get cards like these. This is from Renee, and also does a little cutesy.
Hold on, let me embiggen you here so we can have a good look at it. Okay, so like
this is like.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of the old Marvel cards painted that Dan Lawless used to do as well.
There we go.
That looks good. That looks good.
And then he does the back side always like this.
A little chibi art, a little bit like
this character called the Flying Dutchman. So yeah. He's cool. Like our patriotic superhero from right here. So yeah, we have like with every campaign we have at least two new ones. So he's making new ones for the campaign now, but I can't show anything yet because he still has to start. But,
that's a good reason.
Yeah, but all the characters that are displayed, I don't have any. No, all the characters on the cards during the campaigns are characters from that particular book.
Nice. And so did you start doing campaigns with Perfect 10? Is this your first series that you've been working on? Or because you said you had another series before, but you never went ahead with that, did you?
I had a series called Earthling. That's this series right here. This was the first one that I crowdfunded.
Okay. So you've been at it for a while, yeah.
Yeah, and this I started making this series. I started in 2014, and that was the first book that I also made in English language, and really American style. So really going for the English audience. But this story, this is issue 4, and I think I still want to do 2 more issues to really round off the story. But I kind of maneuvered towards other titles like Perfect 10 because I could work with POW. Plus, this is much more limited in its appeal, in its reach. It is about this character who fights for animals, and it's very particular. And so Perfect 10, for some reason, Perfect 10 caught on for a bigger audience. So I had to focus on that to keep like the business going, right? But I like to continue to this series someday. I love the character, and it all takes place in the same universe, so he could meet 10,
Oh, sweet.
a lot of things, a lot of options.
Oh, that's interesting. And so you've been at crowdfunding a lot since 2014, 2015.
Yeah,
How has it changed in the beginning from now? Like, do you find how has it evolved? Is it easier now, or is it more difficult, more competition? How do you see that going? And we've got Lord Otter coming in. Welcome, Lord Otter.
What? Oh, what?
Otter?
Yes.
Hi, Sir Dave Brink. I've seen your artwork a lot on Twitter.
Oh, thank you.
I'm very appreciative.
Yes, Otter is a fantasy writer.
Oh, cool.
Squeak, squeak.
Yeah, I like to do my own fantasy story. I have something going on, but for now it's mainly superheroes. Yeah. But yeah, the crowdfunding scene, it's I had this climb in audience, in backer numbers during my years.
It's a good sign.
And now it kind of leveled off. It's a bit more difficult the last few years, but I'm not complaining. But it's just a trajectory. Wow, that's a tough word for me.
Plateaued a little bit.
Yeah, it plateaued a little bit, but there is a lot more competition. I think a lot of people saw that you can actually do comics. You make comics, make some money, and a lot of people also they came and they went. So there are a lot of doing this like these 10 years that I'm doing this.
Yeah,
I saw
right.
A lot of people come in but also leave.
It's hard. It's not for everybody. It's like riding the waves of the ocean. Some people just get shoved off the ocean, and they don't make it to the other side. Yeah, and I'm saying this, and I'm just new. Like, I'm doing my first campaign next month, so I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to it, and it's exciting.
By the way, I'm not drawing anything. I'm not sure if I should be the focus right now. But...
Yeah, correct. Let me get back to this is supposed to be an art stream. Let me do some art. And
what was the name of this character that you're drawing right now?
So it's Rattel. So Rattel is French for the honey badger, and it's kind of related. He's kind of a hacker character, cypherpunk. His angle is kind of like he's into Bitcoin. So he's accumulated a lot of Bitcoin, and he's trying to fight for freedom in a dystopian Canada, where Canada's trying to go into turn into a communist state. Completely fictional, not tied to reality. And so he gets arrested, sent to prison for cyber crimes, but he can still hang on to his Bitcoin. So for the 10 years that he's in jail, his Bitcoin accrues a lot of wealth. So he comes out, and he's kind of learned the techniques of the criminals, but he still has the heart of a hero. So he's kind of like a Batman in the sense that instead of having Bruce Wayne Enterprises, he just has a lot of Bitcoin. And he can order parts and electronic parts and weapons off the dark web, off the internet. And then he starts to build his own character, a crime-fighting character. And he starts to fight back in the system, now having learned techniques that help him stay out of the grasp of authorities in a way. So it's a cypherpunk tale set in Montreal with superheroes. He's flying on his quad board, so it's kind of like a drone that can fly around the city. A lot of action packed, because I wanted, one of the first ideas before I even got any of the concepts was I kind of wanted to see him flying high in the sky among skyscrapers, kind of like Spider-Man and Batman. That's the gist of it. I'm also very much into American superheroes, so I figured let's have him fly around on the drone. I didn't give him any superpowers. It's all with his mind. It's all with his resources. Very much Batman-esque kind of approach for that. Mm-hmm. So that's the story so far. And there's the evildoer in the city called Bankman. He controls network of banks and a lot of he controls a lot. It's very on the nose, and he has some henchmen working for him. He has a Black Medusa character that's kind of a voodoo priestess who turns her braids into snakes as the Medusa of old, and tiger twins.
Have her run into the blonde character from his book.
Yeah, right.
Hair versus hair match.
Big hair match, hair on hair.
Sounds like a hairy fight.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of puns that were just waiting to happen.
Giggity. So
very much like superhero-esque intrigue, good character development, but leaving a lot of room for action as well.
Cool.
I'm starting with the 24-page book just to make sure I can get it out on time. So everything's drawn and inked. It's all in the hands of the colorist at the moment.
You wrote it also.
I wrote it, yeah. So it took me, I think it was over a year and a half, something like that. It's been through 3 drafts before I started doing a visual breakdown of it. So kind of my 4th draft was just thumbnails. I was starting to know the story really very much by heart. And at that point it was kind of breaking it down into scenes, making the scenes a little bit shorter and tighter, and just rearranging everything so it had a good flow as a story, and making sure there was a big action scene. That was super important because I didn't want to. It's a superhero story. It has to feel that way in the book.
Yeah.
And
so the badger is that a animal that's iconic to Canada?
No, it's actually found in Africa, but it's the emblematic animal for Bitcoin. So the honey badger is known for going up against animals that are bigger than itself. So it will attack lions, lionesses. It will take a bite out of a cobra. A cobra will bite it with venom, and the honey badger will just take a nap, and go to sleep for a couple of hours, and then wake up and go back. And it's indestructible in a certain sense. So it's kind of emblematic for that. And it was also a phrase that was used by other people, like the honey badger was already used. And it's such a common name that we find that I decided to go with the French version, especially seeing as the story takes place in Montreal. I found the French version was Rattel, and I thought, okay, that's got it's nice, it's short, it's kind of snazzy to say. I thought I'll go with that. So that's what I went with.
Sure. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Fred, this is not a reflection of it's not a self-insert, right? You didn't go to prison and you didn't invest in Bitcoin and were in prison for 10 years and you came out of prison with millions of dollars in Bitcoin.
I'm not gonna affirm or deny that in the question. No, but the funny thing is I had a roommate that I talked to as I was drawing the comic that I got in touch with, and turns out he went to prison. He went to the very same prison that I wrote in my story, because there's a prison in Montreal called the Prison of Bordeaux, and so I'm trying to set this in a very real world, even though it's a fictional story. And I got a lot of ideas from him, because drones are very much used in prison nowadays, because people will get to contraband in and out of prison using drones.
That's crazy.
So drones will fly down, and one of the things you have to make sure to not do as a prisoner is you can't look at the drone, because if you hear it, if you look at it, it will draw the attention of the guards, and the guards will be alerted to the contraband. So if you start looking at the drones, you will get your teeth punched in. So
you're literally learning from criminals from when you were in the time you spent in the pen as well.
It's called research, Omar.
as well as your former roommates. Yeah. Nice.
But to the other side of the question, I was into Bitcoin. Well, I still am, but I got into Bitcoin in 2017. So I've been learning about it extensively. I got a deep dive within the culture, within the the online groups, the memes, the whole the culture, the storylines, the books. And I even flew down to El Salvador last night to expo the comic book as well. And I'm working with other Bitcoin artists. So my colorist is also a Bitcoiner. The person who's doing the music for the trailer is a Bitcoiner. So I'm trying to keep everyone in the project as much, have people who know and understand Bitcoin as much as possible, to kind of keep the heart and the theme of it. So, because it is its own thing. Most people don't know very much about it, but it's very own culture as well. So I'm trying to keep.
And you're also into that hacker life, right? Which is part of the story too.
That's right. So
or at least interest in it.
Before going into Bitcoin, it all started when I was doing comics in 2006, working on a project. And then I got kicked off the project, and I discovered 1984 and it was in the public domain. So I started doing adaptations of a couple of chapters from Orwell's book. And I was doing a lot of the work on Windows, and somebody gave me a comment on the internet. It says, how could you be using Windows if you're like, you understand Orwell and the dangers of totalitarianism and all that. And so, I took that comment to heart, maybe a little bit more than I should have. And I decided to put the project off for a year and start learning Linux. And I got into Linux and free software. And I really got, sensitized to, controlling your own information and your computer environment as well. And that brought me to discovering hackers from New York. So there's this group called 2600. And 2600 is its own thing, because it's a frequency that people used to hack the phone system back in the day. So a person who's now known as Captain Crunch discovered that if he used a plastic whistle that was distributed in the cereal Captain Crunch, and he whistled into the phone system, it would give him full access as if he was a phone operator. It was
that's right. It all operated off of tones.
It was all of tones, and by this pure coincidence, the tone from this plastic whistle gave you full access to the phone system. So you could get free calls. You could do also other features that you didn't have on calls, like group calls, bringing other people into your conversation.
What? Yeah.
Things like that. So
calling.
that's where the name 2600 came from. And this group had started a magazine, and they did conferences in New York. And I started doing visuals for their conferences. So the Big Brother is watching you posters that I did for the Orwell adaptation ended up being the theme for the 2005 hacker conference in New York. And Kevin Mitnick was there. He was a famous hacker that famously they put him in solitary confinement because they were afraid he could whistle nuclear codes into the phone system and launch a nuclear war.
No.
Which you cannot do that. That is not possible.
Not how it works, right?
That was pure paranoia, or it was them wanting to, really throw down the gauntlet on this character who was bypassing all the rules, right? But you have to remember that Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, the founders of Apple, were hanging out with these guys. They were friends with Captain Crunch. They were doing the same things. Steve Wozniak had built I think it was called a blue box or a red box. They had colored names, which was a machine that would give you all the tones you needed to interface with the telephones. So they were doing all these illegal phone calls before they founded Apple. That was how they had fun, That was how they passed the time.
That's crazy.
That's insane, though. How random a Captain Crunch whistle. Phone system. That's right up there with, I was talking on the phone the other day and I didn't know someone was playing a prank on me. I accidentally sat on a whoopee cushion and now all my long distance calls are.
It's right. Like if I wrote that in a story, you would say, now, come on, man, you're stretching the truth.
Yeah.
The plastic whistle. Come on, man. Try to make it more believable if you can. But reality is not as believable as fiction.
I hit just the right frequency of theft to wipe out my phone bill.
Yeah. There was some strange things, like other strange things. I went to another one of the conferences in New York, and there was this group of lesbian hackers who were Chinese, and they were called.
What?
They were called. That's not the interesting part, Omer. You have to wait for the interesting part.
No, well, in China, that's considered illegal. That's why I'm like, that's that whole.
Well, it's illegal, but
yeah.
Their names was what really cracked me up because they were called Me and You.
Oh,
amazing!
I'm not kidding. You can't make this stuff up.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So it was just
terrible, Frederick. Terrible.
It's the truth. I speak the truth. I will take a lie detector test anytime.
This comic kind of writes itself, man. You can just pull from reality.
Well, yeah, I just found that it's the world that I know of a little. Well, I'm not myself a hacker. Like I don't do any of those interesting things on the computer, but I understand them. I know of the world. I hung out with a lot of people who had those skills, so I just find that for me, it's like. It's a future. It's like a futuristic story, sci-fi story set in the present, because we're kind of living in the future right now. So it's just that the future, as what's his name, William Gibson used to say, the future is here. It's just not distributed yet. So in the sense that if you focus your attention in the right space, we already live in a sci-fi world. You just have to zoom in your lens on these things. So that's why I thought it was kind of interesting to set it in the present, but at the same time, my love for superheroes, like I bring in like crazy wacky characters. I bring in voodoo magic on top of that, and like cartoon villains like Bankman and Tiger Twins. So I've got these zany characters because I figured if I just do a hacking story, it's not as interesting, because drawing a lot of people on the keyboard, you have to draw keyboards all the time.
Yeah, you want to bring in elements of the fantastical.
Yeah, I wanted to have a little bit of everything in there, jive together.
Have some of that TNA, just like Perfect 10.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of which, Is this number 1 for Perfect 10 or?
No, we're at number 6 right now.
Oh, wow.
The sixth issue, and this is also for now the last issue. So we had this story going on, and this kind of concludes this arc. So right now, I'm working together with Critical Blast Publishing, and they are publishing the trade paperback. So together with the final issue, we're also releasing the trade paperback, so people don't have to wait for later.
And a hardcover, because that's the one I want to get.
And the hardcover, yes.
Yeah. So is this still comic book format hardcover, or is it oversized a little bit?
I think it's still like comic book
sized. Okay.
Yeah,
cool,
it's comic
cool.
book size. It's all comic book size.
We're talking about like over like around 192 pages. Like this is a big book, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the basics, because it contains all 6 issues plus all variant covers, so it might be more pages. I love to add things. It kind of depends how the campaign goes. So people will get like the basics, but if possible, I like to add some extra material. We have like fan art or character designs or even deleted scenes that we could add in.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, cool.
Because that's kind of a new thing, because back in the day, everything that was drawn was used, but now I'm seeing certain artists have take out scenes from their books now when we're having deleted scenes for the first time in comics.
Yeah, that would be cool. Well, yeah, it's actually for issue 3, we kind of deleted half the book.
Interesting.
That was my thing, right? It was so we were making the book, and halfway through I had this idea for the story, and I just wanted it in there. So, and this meant I had to sacrifice what we already produced, a large part of it. So Pau had to redraw almost half the book, but he didn't complain. He got paid. So but but the pages were most of them were even colored and everything. Some of them were even lettered. So these were done, and I was so certain about this new direction, this new like little storyline that I wanted in there, that we just redid everything.
Wow. And how did this idea change come about? Like, were you like struck by lightning one day and were like, okay, I see a much more interesting avenue?
Yeah, it's basically just like most ideas, they just happen. It just I'm writing things, and then this gets the creative juices flowing, right? And then I'm like, what if this happens, and what if this character does this, and suddenly you have like, if you go to explore, you have a completely new storyline, and you can. So when you write, you have to really choose which direction to go, because you have a lot of story potential, and if you go into one direction, you close the other direction, basically. So you have to make these tough decisions constantly throughout the story. And I discovered that there was one plot line that I liked better than the one we were actually following. So I went back through the story and picked it up from that fork in the road, and we redid the last part. And I'm still happy that I did.
That's cool, man. Like, as a creator, I find that fascinating, and I hope to see that in the hardcover, because that's what I'm going to be picking up. I'm going to pick it up right now. I mean, I'm going to do it offline just to make sure my credit card doesn't show. But because have you been using Critical Blast since day one, or is this a new partnership with them? Because coming from the Netherlands, you can't ship from the Netherlands. It would be
no Critical Blast. They're set in the United States. They have some, like, what you say, like representatives in Europe, for instance. But the core is the United States. But I kind of started working with them when they approached me to release the artist edition for Perfect 10. So they had these. They basically came towards me with this concept for to release Perfect 10 as a artist book, a bigger book. And so we did that. That we released that last year or 2 years ago. And that went very well. So I really loved the collaboration there. And they told me, if you want to release Perfect 10 as a trade, we'd love to help you with that. So they were waiting for the moment. So last year they already wanted to do this with issue 5, and I was like, no, we're not done yet. It's 6 issues, so they had to wait 1 year. And someone said, because my original idea was we do these 6 issues, we have campaigns, and then 1 year later I can do the trade. So we have like an ongoing thing of Perfect 10. And someone told me, why not release these together, issue 6 alongside the trade, so you don't have to rebuild hype, and people are kind of in the mood, in the flow, and plus you want to make it easier for people. And to be fair, when I can avoid doing campaigns, I will, because it's a lot of work.
It sounds like a lot of work. I'm about to start mine, and I've got kind of the jitters. I'm planning for like 3 months of campaigning. So it's going to be a lot of contacting people, getting on streams, and talking.
And reach out early to people, because sometimes plans like months ahead.
Yeah, I have to start doing that this week for sure.
So who's this character with the stars?
Oh, she's just a random big titty babe. She's one of my characters, but so right now she's kind of random. I forgot which one she. Well, okay, so this is actually, it's going to be either one of my characters named Arsenal, or it's going to be Fortune Cookie in her regular non-superhero form. It's one of those two.
Fortune Cookie.
Yeah, this is my character, Fortune Cookie. She's a nutbag, but it's kind of a vigilante in the beginning. But she's got a lot of trauma from a trafficking incident life that she recovers from and becomes a superhero. So it's kind of a bizarre story.
Nice.
Yeah,
cool. That's all traditional, right? The colors also.
Yeah, this is watercolor.
Yeah, watercolor, right? Nice.
Now, what about your character? Her name is 10?
Yeah, she doesn't have a real name, so she basically has a number. She's created. She isn't human, right? And this plays into the theme of the series, because she feels she doesn't belong in this world, or she doesn't. So this world that she wakes up in this superhero universe, which is fully established and fully going on. There are like there's like political things going on, and so she wakes up, she knows nothing about this world, and she learns she's not real, and she's not a real human, right? So it's all these things she has to process while she's being attacked by supervillains, and so from the get-go, from the very first issue, like, things are moving. So it's a very fast-paced story. And the entire book basically tells the first day in the life of 10, or not the life, but this day that she is aware of, because her memory was erased, and this is the first time that she kind of wakes up fully aware, and so she doesn't really know who the enemies are, who the friends are, what's going on, and through this story also I can introduce the Jamin Comics universe, because she's new and the reader is new, so she's a kind of stand-in for the reader, and you discover this world also, and I can introduce a lot of characters. So each issue introduces new characters, with 10 being like like the core of everything that's going on. It's really
Cool.
really cool.
Are some of these characters already established in other previous books?
Most of them, no. Actually, no. Most of them are kind of introduced in this book, in this series. But they can move into their own titles later on.
Nice.
Sweet.
If you don't mind my asking, if this is going into too much detail, you don't want said on a live show, then just let me know, and I will do my best to shut up. But what is the origin of her? You said she was made. Is she like biologically engineered, or is she like an android or something?
She's what they call a synthoid. She's created by a biogenetic engineer called Virgil Pratt, and he has his reasons why he like created her. And this is so I don't want to spoil the reasoning for it, but she's basically she is artificial. She consists of like it is flesh and blood, but it's like self regenerating.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she can regenerate really quickly.
Nice.
And she is 10 times stronger than a human, 10 times faster. So the word 10, so the name 10 also plays into her power set.
Gotcha.
Now, I have to ask.
I thought it was all about her being a pretty face.
That also, yeah.
I have to ask. This might sound a little weird, but do bullets bounce off her bosom?
Oh, like with Andromenoids?
Yeah. We're
Kind of, sort of.
comparing and contrasting here.
Maybe
No,
just a little
she
bit.
will get hurt. She will get hurt a lot in this series.
Okay.
So her healing like abilities will be put to the test.
Nice.
Now, is this a word you made up? What did you say? Synthenoids?
A synthoid.
Synthoid.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
it. That's a great
This
word.
was a word that I had laying around since the 90s, and I was like, I want to use that.
It sounds like it's from the 90s, right? It sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah,
from,
yeah.
Alien, maybe,
Yeah.
like something like that.
But it also sounds like a real word. Like
with Alien they're called synthetics.
Synthetics, yeah.
synthetics,
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Tonight, 7:00. It just came out for me.
So
Alien
I
Earth.
just ordered the hardcover. I think it's gonna
Oh,
be
thank you so much.
Nice.
No,
Wow.
thank you, man. This is an awesome story, and his art is like. To be honest, I've always purchased books for the art. I've
Mhm.
always been an artist first. Like you were saying, like who cares about the inkers? That was, when you read comics. I was the same way with writers. Once upon a time, it was like
Yeah.
in it for the art.
Same
Now
here.
I've grown to have much more appreciation for the work and doing it myself. But I must say, this book just grabs me straight off the bat with the artwork. It is incredible, and I'm looking forward to it. And you were talking about an art book earlier. I might have lost the plot while I was purchasing, but is there an art book version that's coming out, or has come out, or is that
It
not a
has
thing?
it has come out. One
It
set.
has come out already? But it's only for first books, though, right? It's first issues, or is it the best of the first issues?
So this is like published by.
Let me
This is the book, right?
hold
It's
on.
published by Critical Blast.
Oh,
Look
they
at this.
published it themselves.
Oversized, and this is the same publisher that is releasing the trade paperback.
Oh,
And I was very happy with the collaboration. It's really professional stuff. And this is hardcover. It's really nice. And this is basically the first issue of Perfect 10, and it's completely. I believe it's 144 pages,
wow.
and it contains
Oh.
like.
Wait, the first issue is 144 pages?
Yeah. Well, the book is only 24 pages, the first single issue,
Right?
but what we published here is like
Oh, pencils, inks, and
extra
things.
material also, but it's basically to celebrate Pau's artwork, right? So this is a pinup that Pau made before we did Perfect 10. And this is gorgeous and grotesque, and this was the series that I initially wanted to make with him.
It's the whole story of your working together. Your
Yeah, but I
collaboration.
couldn't get the story the way that I wanted. I didn't feel comfortable with the story, so that needed more work. So you also see the design here, the layout, and then
And is
we had
is this still available from Critical Blast?
you can.
Or-
White version was made for the campaign, so we ran a campaign a little while back, but you can still get. So you can get this book in retail. So through Amazon and Barnes and Noble and all the big
Oh, awesome.
retailers.
No kidding.
But you get the black version. So there's a retail version that has a black cover. So if you see the white cover, it comes from the campaign.
So you're a real original backer versus a dirty latecomer.
OG.
So it has some explanations from how things came to be. Some input from Pau, his work process.
Okay.
Really, really cool. I'm really proud of this, man. It's really, really nice.
You can order it from Amazon. I'm typing perfect 10 and maybe in one word.
So you have like page layouts.
I can't
story.
find it on Amazon.
I have the script right here, the script that I wrote, and then the layout, how Pau built it up. Yeah, I was astonished with how it turned out. So this is like page 10 of the first issue. So I wanted page 10 to be the first time you see 10 as a hero.
Yeah, awesome.
In the suit.
Oh, wow. Okay, a lot of
suited up, right?
symbolism and going deep into the meaningfulness of it all.
It was a theme that I tried to reproduce with every new issue. So page 10 was something
special.
It didn't really work out because sometimes it doesn't fit. But for the first issue, we did it. Yeah, and then we have like later on, you also have even the colored pages.
Nice. I'm trying to find it on Amazon and I cannot find it for the life of me.
I found it. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can.
Oh, thank you.
You have some
and
extra
everybody
artwork.
else can get it too if they want it.
Yeah.
It'll be in the YouTube chat.
Some extra artwork by Pau and colored by various people. So this is colored by Federico Sioc. And here we have a cover that was I was telling you guys about the story that I changed, right, for issue 3. That has we now have deleted scenes.
Yeah.
And this was the original cover for issue 3. And this cover we couldn't use anymore because I changed the story.
Wow.
It was completely done, you see. So
Here you go. It's in the chat.
Thank you, Omar. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Omar.
You got it, sir.
So
This just
man.
includes all the DVD extras, huh?
Yeah, I love this kind of stuff. I also love this from artists that I like to buy these special editions and really dive into the process and the artwork and stuff you've never seen before. Yeah, this cover is of the first print run of issue 2. This is completely sold out also. So the book is sold out with this cover, but you can still get it in the artist edition, which is really cool.
That's awesome, man. I'm definitely going to pick that up as well. That is so cool.
Right?
Because I've been seeing your art. Yeah, I've
been
been seeing your artwork on Twitter for a long time, and like a lot of things, I usually I'm waiting for the perfect time to order. Especially in Canada, things tend to be a little bit more expensive on shipping. I'm waiting for like a big event or like this. You've got everything in one, so I'm like, okay, now this is the moment. This is the time to go for it.
It's really crazy when you ship something from the United States to America. It's double the price than vice versa.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's really strange.
Yeah. It's shipping is very weird, occult thing. And especially with Canada, it's like we're right neighbors. Like we're really close. Like you can.
I had some when I have some orders from Canada, then it's cheaper to send it from here, from the Netherlands, to you guys than from the United States. It's
Wow.
really strange.
Yeah.
Which that should be almost the same, shouldn't it?
Right. You would think.
Should be cheaper because
Yeah.
you guys are connected.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Gordon Goodbrother said, "I made her with love." Wait a minute, is Gordon Goodbrother the scientist from your book?
His avatar is the scientist. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't,
that's
I
awesome.
see, I can't purchase it from my address, so I'm trying to buy it from Amazon.com, but apparently it doesn't ship to Canada.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna have to figure
Like
something
that.
out. We're gonna have to do some smuggling.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Well,
Oh, we got the FMC link in the chat now as well.
Yeah, it's in the pinned comment at the top. I just got it from there.
Yeah,
But just in case anybody missed it, it's in the chat from.
yeah. Make sure to support this campaign. This is beautiful art. It looks like a great story. I haven't read it yet, but like the effort you've gone through to to find the best storyline, to change midway with issue 3. I think it's absolutely incredibly fascinating to me as a creator how absorbed you are within the story, and this looks to be like your baby, and you seem to care so much for this project, Dave. And I have a lot of admiration for your whole creative process here. And
wow.
now that you're done with issue 6, are you going to put Perfect 10 aside now for a while, or what's next in line for you after this?
Pao and I would like to continue to work together. So we are discussing something new. Right now, we want to indeed do something else right now, because we've been working on this for years. But I won't rule out that we'll return to Perfect 10 because Perfect 10, people like the character, like the story, and I could continue to write this for years.
Yeah, but
there's so much potential there.
When you get back to it, you have to turn her up to 11 now.
yeah. That's
What
right.
about this
He's a
Dream Girl comic
transcendent
I'm
11.
I'm sorry,
Sorry?
I talked over you. Go ahead.
Oh, she will now be a transcendent 11.
Oh yeah, she can move up to 11.
Yeah.
I was gonna
that's
ask,
true.
is Dream Girl still available? I saw this on one of your older campaigns. I like that cover a
I
lot.
still have that book. Yeah, I have my own web store also at jmacomics.com, and you can get the back catalog there. So I ship worldwide. I still have Dream Girl books available, and this is another series that I like to continue. I basically write every first book in such a way that we could leave it there if it's not successful. So it's kind of one story. It introduces the character into this world. It introduces the concept, and then we can like have the character appear in different titles.
Mhm.
But if it is successful, as which happened with Perfect 10, because the same was going on there. The first issue is kind of like its thing, but it was successful, so we continued, right? And so Dream Girl right now is one story, but if possible, I'd love to pick that up and do a second issue.
Just a quick little announcement. There's only one copy available of a Perfect 10 Artist Edition hardcover on Amazon. But if you look in their used section, they're new too. There's 8 available there. So you might want to check those, Fred. Maybe
Oh,
you can order
yeah.
from one of those to Canada.
That's a good idea. Smart thinking.
Well,
And I'm also
the other
looking
day
at-
I bought something that said 2 left, and then as soon as I bought it, or I'm sorry, it said 1 left, and as soon as I bought it, I went back to the page like an hour later. It said 60 left in stock. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I did find other vendors. Barnes and Noble has it, and I'm looking at a place called Little Bean Books. They have it, and looking at eBay currently, and I'll post those in the chat so people, if they're interested in that, they can pick them
Thanks.
up.
So many avenues to a
Well,
perfect.
Just in case
I
one of
know
them runs out.
That's the white version. If you can find that comes from the campaign thing. So that book is absolutely limited. They were limited.
Yeah,
made.
if I see the white version, I'm snagging it.
Yeah, and the black version is like the retail version, and that should be available
Once you go black, you never go back, baby.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I'm gonna put black edition here.
Yeah, I'm so lucky that people made this. You know, that people that I get to work with people who actually produce these things, and they have ideas, and they see like new ways to bring what I produce to bring it out in new ways. Really cool. I'm so lucky that it's all possible.
There's
you've
the
got-
Barnes and Hobos link. They have a
Great
bunch.
project, Dave. Like, this is absolutely fascinating. I was able to get
Congratulations, sir.
I ordered a black one from used, as you said, Omer. That was a great idea.
Mhm.
A
Wow.
little bit more expensive shipping, but still very affordable. So
Wow. Thank you so much, guys.
yeah,
That's
man,
amazing.
it's you've got a great project. They're like I said, it's one of these projects I knew I was going to pick it up at some time. I was waiting kind of like for either, a bundle or,
Yeah.
some sort of finished story arc or something to save on shipping is kind of the idea.
I know.
And now-
And I really wanted to do this compilation also because when I go to conventions here, there are a lot of people who just don't read English comics, and so they ask me, so do you have this in Dutch? And I have to appoint people, but now I can collect it and I make a Dutch edition, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning on translating mine in French and Spanish as well as I go. I probably won't be printing them, but I'll be saving the French and Spanish versions, like you say, when I print out a collection, to have them available down the line as well. So that's going to be,
right.
yeah.
You should do a Gen Z version as well, where they're using all that lingo.
No.
Oh,
Welcome,
that's
Derek.
a good one. That's good.
Derek the Dukester.
From Derek.
Welcome, man.
Derek,
Welcome to our show. And I think it's time we're contractually obligated to play a little Selena here.
Oh, yeah.
And as a European, I'm curious to know if you're familiar with our little mascot, Sabrina Selena here. So
Sabrina Selena. I'm
let
not
me
sure.
play a clip of her, and you can tell me if you recognize her here.
I believe.
Every time she sings, I believe.
Yeah.
I really believe.
Oh, you found some on eBay as well. That's cool, man.
Yeah, everything I found, it's in there now in the chat. I found
Wow.
eBay at 2 retail stores other than Amazon. Yeah, man. Hook it up so people can get that perfect tan.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And varying prices too. So whatever your budget is, look to see what you can afford and
Yeah.
get a
And
good
That's
deal
not-
if you can find
It's
one.
not a cheap book, the artist edition.
Yeah, it's got a lot of pages. I mean, it's a big book, 140.
It's a big book,
pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got into artist edition this year for the first time. So I got the Todd McFarlane one, which is huge, incredible size, and the Jim Lee.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
I'm studying the inking on those. Like I'm looking very closely, especially I was doing trading cards, and in the Jim Lee artist edition, you have samples of his trading cards that he did for the Marvel collection. And I'm looking through those, the size of it, the way he's putting them together and all that. And just especially studying the inking. The inking on Jim Lee's work is so perfect. And even Todd's work. Todd has incredible amount of detail with the inking, a lot of cross-hatching, hatching, a lot of effects. You learn a lot just by looking through those.
Yeah, you could see all the thin lines using that nib, man. He's using the Hunt 102s, the Hunt 104s, a
Yeah.
little bit of brush. It's crazy, right? that
Yeah.
McFarlane stuff.
There's just one book with art by Jim Lee that's really really oversized. Do you mean that one? That's ridiculously large. It's kind of too much.
The one I've got is the size of the originals, so it's smaller than the Todd McFarlane book. Hold on, I can go get it. It's right here. So you talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
So that Todd book, the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man book, is like 2 inches wider all the way around than the Jim Lee book. And as far as I know, the Todd one is the biggest book out there. And I don't know why they left the extra 2 inches. It's actually like 1 inch and a quarter, 3/4. They could have like cut to make fit with all the other artists' oversized editions. So I've got that one too, and I've got the McFarlane one too. But the McFarlane one is ridiculous. Put it underneath so you can see the extra 3 inches all the way around.
Dude, it's so heavy. Like I can't even bring it. Like I need to get like moving people in to move the Todd McFarlane book around in the house. It's so big. So this one is kind of reasonable size. And look, this is the size of my hand here.
Holy shit!
So
so it's 11 by 17 pages with a 1/2 inch border all the way around, basically, right?
Yeah, exactly. So these are all original sizes. So let me bring my Rattel. So this is my originals page. It's exactly the same size. This is 1 for 1, folks.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Todd McFarlane book, I think he used larger pieces for certain things. So that's why the McFarlane book is bigger. Now, some of the pages are the same size for the Spider-Man thing, but you've got a couple of double page spreads that are bigger. So that's why his is, Todd, he has to have the bigger book.
No, dude. I put the books side by side. I put 11 by 17 pages in both the books. And if you look at Todd's, almost all, maybe there's like 1 page in the whole book that doesn't have the 2 3/4 bleed all the way around it. Todd just wanted a bigger book. They didn't blow up the pages or anything.
Well, Todd, that's his personality. He always wants the bigger book. He's like, Jim Lee's book is going to be this size. My book is going to be
I'm going to be 3 inches bigger than him. Yeah,
exactly, right? That's how he thinks.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
This is so gorgeous, man. And I love seeing, you can't see it on camera, but you can see the liquid paper here. All the mistakes.
Yeah, the whiteout.
The whiteout. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You can even see when they use like a razor blade to cut lines or whatever, or cut little piece of the paper out.
Yellowed out stuff. So when they put screen tone,
look at that stuff.
Some of the screen tone is yellowed out.
There's Captain American's ass.
Look at this, man. How can someone produce a comic like this every month?
Well, you have 5 artists working on it. It's Jim Lee, Will Sportatio, Scott Williams, R.T. Bear, Mark Silvestri. Who else is in that studio? Well, Mark, he may not have.
Scott Williams.
Yeah, Scott Williams, R.T. Bear.
Yeah, but
Art Adams.
Well, they also they were drawing things that were not necessarily super detailed. Like a lot of pages don't have as much background. Like this doesn't take a whole lot of time to draw. Like panel 1, you've got a lot of details in the creature here, but you don't have like a whole lot of cityscape. You don't have like a lot of perspective.
Yeah,
stuff.
you're distracted by the fake detail that they're providing. It's like all those little nodule things. That's not like real hard to do. You can do a lot of that real fast, but it looks like you did a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Scott Williams' signature down here. Incredible, like the inking.
A lot of these effects that look really cool. They kind of were created out of necessity because you had to speed up the process, right?
Yes.
This one's super white.
Yeah.
So this must be a photocopy or something. You have you can see the lettering pasted on. It's all yellowed out, and you can see the hand-drawn lines. They all did the lettering by hand. Incredible.
Oh, they might have lifted the white out digitally so that the gray, so that's why you have a real big high contrast on that page. Yeah.
Oh, could be. You also have special effects. So you have some red ink with the cityscape in the background.
Yeah.
So it says
the
drop
holding
red
line.
lines.
Yeah, the holding line.
Yeah. holding lines for special effects. Like I love this stuff. This is my porn.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, this is so good.
That
Like,
hair on that
moves
arm is
also.
just nuts. Like,
Was
how
it
do you-
good for you?
And what's
Oh,
funny is,
oh.
and Jim is not even my favorite artist. Like on top
Look
of
at
that, I love Silvestri even more. But Silvestri confessed in interviews that he was trying to draw like Jim Lee.
Later
But-
on, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he followed Jim Lee on his book, on his Uncanny X-Men book. He
Mhm.
puts it on the table.
No,
Yeah.
no. Didn't Jim Lee followed Silvestri? And then Silvestri, when that happened, he moved over to Wolverine.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, could be.
100%.
Could be.
But
I'm starting to collect the Jim. I've got the full Silvestri Wolverine, but now I'm starting to get the Uncanny X-Men by Silvestri now. And
Yeah.
you can see it's his earlier days. He's not as refined because when he's in his Wolverine period, I think that's his peak Silvestri, dude. I love that. There's a mixture of energy and style that I find very alluring.
So after the guy, just a little quick history. I don't know if you know this, and this is as best as I remember it. So when the guys leave to go form Image, Silvestri and Jim Lee create a company together, or right before they were going to leave, they kind of formed a big coalition group company together called Homage Comics. Or
Homage Studios. Yeah. I think they were physically working in the same
building.
place. Yeah.
So when Jim Lee starts Wildcats, he's a hit, right? So Silvestri starts Cyberforce, but then they do the crossover Killer Instincts, and after Killer Instincts, because Jim's sales were so high, Silvestri tried to start emulating as much as he could Jim Lee, and that's when he was trying to copy Jim Lee the most. Those issues 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Cyberforce, if you look at them by Silvestri, they look super Jim Lee, and he's also using Scott Williams, so it looks even more like Jim Lee.
That's where I fall off with Silvestri, with all respect, because I highly respect him as an artist. But Silvestri with Dan Green is chef's kiss.
Yes.
So,
me too. That's my favorite Jim Lee stuff. I mean,
Silvestri. Rest in peace, Dan Green. He's no longer with us. But that's dude. If I could get an art book, I'm trying to find original pages. Like they're not available. You cannot buy those. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to.
Sorry, Dave. We sidetracked.
No, that's fine. Look at this, man. I love it.
It's like I want Perfect 10 to look like this. But even better by Patrick or Roderick. What's his name? Powell Roderick, right?
Yeah. What was Powell working on when you first started working with him? Like when you decided to work together, like was he working with the big two, Marvel and DC? Was he doing independent stuff? What kind of work?
Yeah,
was
he did
into?
some. He did some Wolverine and he did some Justice League stuff. But he told me that he had trouble working in the mainstream because of the production speed.
Oh,
So he couldn't really produce pages fast enough, and so he was kind of worked out of the mainstream scene. So he started doing work for indies. That's how I got to hire him.
Oh man, what a great match! I hope you guys have a long career together because you're making freaking gorgeous books.
Yeah, I love working with Pao. He's very professional. He has that professional like attitude, you know. He wants to make the best book, and I try to be as hands off as possible when it comes to the artwork. So I give him the script, and often he comes back with visual ideas that are completely different than what I imagined.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine because it's his book also, right? This is his project and the way he wants to visualize it, and it works perfectly fine.
And because I saw you showed us like samples of the script in your art book as well. Like it looks like it's very detailed script with dialogue and everything.
Mhm.
Is it like a very type script like you would have with a movie, like a fully written out with all the dialogue finished, or do you give more plots and add to the dialogue afterwards?
No, I need to know what's going on throughout the story, so the dialogue conveys a lot of story. Most of the dialogue is there because it's necessary. I try to keep dialogue to a minimum, so the visuals really do the talking. But almost always the dialogue will be adjusted after pages are drawn. Because to either fit the visuals better or because to get things flowing better. But Pau knows everything that's being said, that's going on, but maybe slightly different worded.
Because I would imagine the lettering is done digitally after the fact,
Yeah,
as most comics are now, which is perfect for translating, because people don't know this necessarily, but when you change the language, the actual size of the bubbles will have to change, especially French. French is huge. I can't imagine German. German must be incredible. So tell us a little bit about the colorist. Gordon says you can see Pau's dedication. The colorist is not slacking either. That's so true. How did you find the colorist? Was Pau the one to give you to choose the colorist for you, or did you two work together to find a good colorist that was a match for Pau's artwork?
I didn't know Daniel before I started working with Pau, and it was actually Pau who brought on the colorist. So Pau knew him. So we worked with Pau on previous projects, and he was very pleased with the way his colors fit with his art style. And he was like, "Why can we bring on Daniel for Perfect 10?" So I gave Daniel some. So Daniel colored the first few pages, and he also did like some designs that we did. But it was perfect for the story, for the visuals. So yeah, it was basically Pau who brought him on.
Okay, that's good. I would imagine he knows what he wants as well as the colorist. Yeah, Tank says he's back to rewind the show, and at the same time he's low battery, so let's redo the whole show, but really, really quick, everybody. And now he says, "Okay, bye." Well, you're gonna have to watch the show again, Tank. So sorry to see you go. Keep your batteries charged on Tuesdays, folks. You know how it goes.
Bye, Tank.
But we're happy to see you, man. Get it together. That's right, man. You know
He
how
really needs to get it together. Seriously.
artists are just so chaotic. I don't know what it is with them,
So inconsistent.
right?
And then and then we have the letterer. I sometimes I read a lot of indie comics, right? And sometimes I see they stopped spending the extra money when it came to the lettering, and that then it stands out. But our letterer Joel, I've been working with Joel for years. He letters all our comics. And Joel came on because the letterer that I used to work with on, so the first issue, the first print run of Perfect 10 Book 1 was lettered by someone else. And at some point, this letterer told me that that he was getting nervous because I was probably hanging out with the wrong people. I don't know. It was really strange. So I've been working with this letterer for years also, and I didn't want him to get nervous, so I took him off the project and I hired Joel, and Joel's now my go-to letterer, and he's doing a fantastic work, man. Really good. It really blends into the artwork. He also makes sound effects blend with the art in a really unique way.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, onomatopoeia.
You have to have those now. I mean, you always had to have those. I find myself drawing some by hand and then adding some after the fact. So I kind of do both digital and hand drawn. Because my hand drawn onomatopoeia are not clean yet. I'm going to have to work on making them more clean, especially in contrast to digital stuff. But
What's always interesting is seeing onomatopoeia in manga. So it's in the Japanese characters just across the screen.
oh yeah, they take the whole page. Yeah, that's half the fun, I think, in comics. Is get the sounds, get the action going with those huge words, give the effect of the scene and all that.
Could show it here, I think. Yeah. I have some examples probably of the way Joel letters, which really
Oh yeah, please do. Please share.
right. So here, for instance, you have like these are oh wait, these are effects that he creates, like
Oh yeah.
like these moving letters. You see, like
Yeah.
it blends into the artwork. It's really cool.
Yeah. It moves and the size
here
changes and you have
characters.
overlapping. Yeah, yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's behind the character right
It's
there.
kinetic.
Yeah, it's really I love it so much.
Onomatopoeia is an art form all to its own.
Oh yeah. Wait, let me see. Oh, this is a huge spoiler. Let me. Some. Yeah.
We don't want spoilers now that I'm
No,
getting-
every page is a spoiler. But look at this art, guys.
Oh damn,
Oh, I
that's
love that.
a lot of characters.
Yeah.
You
this
have
page-
your own Marvel universe of your own there, Dave.
Yeah, this is really nuts.
Is
Really
that
nuts.
available as a poster?
This could be a poster, sure.
Wrangler's giving you product ideas. So when you receive that for the first time, Dave, like how old do you feel? Like do you feel like you're 10 years old again?
Yeah, it's like holy shit. It's like sometimes I write things and I'm like, Kapow's going to kill me, you know, because he actually had but he can draw anything that I throw at him. It's nuts. He's a professional, man.
Yeah. I have kind
It's
of
like bring it. Yeah.
as a writer, artist myself, I have kind of schizophrenia when I'm writing. I'm almost trying to write things that my artist self is going to hate me for it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, I can write anything now. I'm in the writer mode, so I can write a whole city, write him flying over the city with birds and this and that, and then I'm just laughing. This script is going to be great. And then it's time to draw it. I'm like, why did I write this? But I'm usually right. It does look good. It's worth it.
Oh, it's great.
Come down to it.
Love it so much.
Oh man, the colors really make it look good as well. Make it pop.
Yeah, Daniel is fantastic. His colors really good. So he also makes every I try to move stories through as many locations as possible. So to keep everything fresh, you know, constantly. And Daniel gives every new setting its own color set.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Really cool. Like for instance, here you have the gray of the original, like what is called the power tower. This is where it's the main headquarters.
Gordon gets it, and then 300 spaceships descended upon New York City. It's one sentence, and then
at
it's
this
a
art,
nightmare to draw.
This with the glass and how the lettering blends into it. Really nice, man.
Yeah, dude.
Love that.
Everything. That's the thing, is you've got a solid foundation of the art, and then the coloring makes it pop. The inking is perfect. Add the lettering to that. It's really tight whole product from beginning to end.
It's like I love to read my own comic. You know, it's everything that I want in a comic book. It's so cool. A lot of action. Really nice, man.
That is freaking cool. Does he do some emotional coloring as well, like scenes with everyone's angry, so everything's red?
Yeah. See here, like
Oh yeah.
like red when when she attacks. Here, like to bring out the anger.
You see a lot of that in European
Tense.
art as well, like the very much mood colors a lot of times.
Right. Cool. Yeah, man. I absolutely. I still can't believe that we actually made this. It's like you know, when I'm constantly working on books, on new projects, on books, then you produce things, and then it actually gets produced. At some point, you actually have this book, and it's almost surreal. Like you're so caught up in the process of making it, and it actually is there. And I'm like, did we actually do this? Is this actually what we made? You know, really, really cool.
Goes from the imagination to your bookshelf in
Yeah,
strange.
It's a very surreal feeling. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, but also because it's so cool. It's so it's so professional looking. Like how can I do this? This is crazy. But but because I'm working with a lot of talented people who know what they're doing, and everyone wants to make the best product possible. So my focus is make the best story that I can make, and Pau is make the best visuals. You know, so everyone does his own thing, and together we make this book that just the best it can be. And with the series now completed, with issue 6 almost completed, it's like this complete arc. It's like this massive work that we produced, and it will be combined in one book. It's absolutely nuts. I can barely believe it, but I'm really grateful that we get to make this. You know.
Congratulations, man! It's
Yeah,
it's incredible. I'm catching you here at the finish line, but I think it's fantastic to see it come together like this. Do you plan on doing like other books with other artists now that you sort of know how to know the wheels of it, know the ropes, or do you just go ahead? Yeah.
I'm doing a book with Alan Goldman right now, and I had some things going on with other artists also, and I have some things in the pipeline, and I have some artists who I want to work with, but I can only do so many projects, limited resources and time. But yeah, when possible, I want to work with every artist whose work I love. So hopefully I can get to all of them at some point. Yeah, there's a lot of books.
Remind me to give you all my contact info, Dave, after the show, okay? Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sure.
That is fantastic. And I noticed your campaign, you don't have any trailer on this one. Is that like a conscious decision on your part to not get involved in making promotional trailers? Or do you like, was there any thinking behind that? Or it just
it was more
no time to get it done?
It was more finances. It was like I kind of had to put my money into producing the book, and I was like, do we need a trailer for this right now? I can make a trailer later. So when the campaign is going, we can add a trailer and keep building hype. Here's a trailer now, you know. So I was like, we don't need it right now, and I can put the money into making a new page. So I'd rather get the book done right now. But we can always make a trailer later.
Yeah, because I saw Luke Stone of Fund My Comic like go through his statistics one day, and he was like, their biggest selling books did not have trailers. So
did not have trailers.
Did not have trailers. So
interesting.
Yeah, So maybe it's because they're so big they don't like people are buying them anyways.
Right.
But it makes me wonder: is it even necessary? It's always fun to watch, like especially when you're on stream. We're like, okay, let's play the trailer now. You got good music. You got, especially now, people are using AI to kind of animate certain panels and give them a little bit
Yeah.
of movement and all that. So it's always a pleasure to see it. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be a necessity. People are selling campaigns, they're selling books, regardless of having trailers.
Yeah, I don't think if you have a book that someone wants, they will not stop buying it because it doesn't have a trailer, right? So I think when people like what you make, the trailer doesn't really make much of a difference, I think. But it's mostly for promotional stuff, like when you're on a stream like this, it's fun to show a trailer.
Yeah, for sure.
That's basically it.
Especially we're very focused as YouTubers. We're very focused on our streams and how it's fun to watch it. But to be honest, like just looking at the art, you go through the campaign, you look at the art, the covers, you look at the art samples, pages samples, and for me that's enough. Like if I see the art and I love the art, the sale is either made or I made up my mind that it's not for me pretty quickly. The trailer is not going to make much of a difference.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, guys, we picked up a few new backers during the stream, so thank you all. And we are slowly nearing towards 4K. Looks like
Nice.
Hell yeah.
really
Cool,
really
man. Cool. We got 2 backers since the stream started. So that I'm
Yeah.
one of them. I got one of the hardcovers.
Yeah. Thank you.
We got another mysterious backer. So whoever you are, thank you.
And
And
we will do this campaign also on Kickstarter later. But I wanted to start on Fund My Comic because Fund My Comic is like it's for creators by creators. It has a lower platform fee, so it helps me also. And I want to promote Fund My Comic as a viable platform. Because we need that. We need something to get away, I think, from the bigger platforms. So the best deal, so people can get the best deal here. So I will go to the other platforms with this campaign later on, but because they have a higher platform fee, you can get the best deal right here.
That's interesting. So what's the idea behind going to Indiegogo after? Is you're going to go reach people that you couldn't reach with Fund My Comic? It's to get a wider range, bigger net of to get new customers.
Well, I've been crowdfunding on Kickstarter and Indiegogo before Fund My Comic existed. So I have this audience there also.
Oh, I see.
So when I have a new issue out, I have to bring it there for those people.
Right, because they're following you through there still. I see.
Exactly. Plus, as a indie creator, you can't be too picky with. You have to go wherever the audience is, right? So.
Oh, absolutely. It's the customer has the final say. Like,
yeah,
they're the ones making the decision at the end of the day. So you sort of have to go to them.
Yes. So also with this campaign, I want to make things as easy as possible for backers, also for myself, but especially I want backers to have the best experience. And Fund My Comic doesn't offer the option right now to do add-ons, which is a bit of a shame because I have so many books so you can't basically get those right now through Fund My Comic. But I did add a little. So completely. So the last perk or the last tier is a add-on tier. If you're missing any previous issue of Perfect 10 that you wanted to buy, you can select that one, and you can let me know which book you still want, and I will put it in your order, in your main order.
Yes, I saw that. It's a generic add-on, and then you specify like which book you're missing, and then you go get the missing book. Interesting. That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. You could also get like special keywords and promo codes and things like that. Fund My Comics. It's It's an interesting space, and like 1%. I think it's 1% fee right now. It's like
Yeah.
crazy low. There's no other place that's as low.
Yeah,
Like-
this is what I mean. They really care about the creator. You know, they want creators to be able to reach their audience without spending too much on fees, because with altogether on Indiegogo right now you pay 8% as with everything combined. You know, which is nuts.
Yeah, and Luke Stone is a creator himself. Like he's actually drawing comics himself. He's not like a businessman coming in trying to profit off the scene. He's already doing something, and he's like, the scene needs this. We need a place, because there was a lot of censorship with Kickstarter and Indiegogo at times, like complete shadow banning of certain projects, people's campaigns being closed. There was a real danger of censorship through the crowdfunding scene. I'm also going to do something different with the crowdfunding of Rattel because it's so Bitcoin centric. I'm going to be using a Bitcoin crowdfunding platform called Geyser.
Wow.
So I'm going to be doing parallel Bitcoin funding through the Bitcoin network, right, to the whole niche area of Bitcoiners. So that's going to be interesting to learn from and compare and contrast as well. And everything's going to be raised in Bitcoin through there. So that's going to be a fantastic experience.
That really fits into the theme. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going all in with this concept. So it should be fun. It should be a good time. And I have a very well-known, famous artist in the Bitcoin space that you probably won't know him here, but he's called Madex. And I actually have a little video of Madex on here. We can play it in the media. So I have like a beautiful Madex piece for the back cover of the comic book, and I've decided to basically reserve the back cover for a different Bitcoin artist every issue, so I can bring in and promo, artists from the Bitcoin space. Where is this? Do I have the video of Madex here? I'm just going through my videos here.
Exciting.
Yeah, should be interesting. Is this the one? Hold on, let me just... Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me play a 1-minute clip of Madex talking about value and art in Bitcoin. So this is the artist that's going to be... whose art I'll be using for the back cover.
The charlatan preys upon our fears and insecurities, whispering of a world where survival hinges on conformity and success is measured in material wealth. But we know that the true value of art cannot be quantified by currency or popularity. It is found in the moments of connection and understanding, in the shared humanity that emerges from the canvas, the page, the melody. Therefore, we reject the false promises of easy fortune and fleeting fame. Our commitment is to the enduring legacy of quality and depth, to works that challenge, inspire, and move the human soul.
Coin Beast.
Coin Beast, yeah. I think that was a promo piece. But that's him, yeah. He's an incredibly talented guy. I've met him a couple of times and asked him permission because he's got a beautiful honey badger like painting in his style. And I was like, can I use that for the back cover? And he was like, yeah, then do it. And gave me the go ahead. So
Wow.
it's going to be the back cover. So it's going to be great because, I can see people laying it down on their table face down and having that beautiful art piece. And it's not something you can get as a print anywhere else. So it's going to be very unique to first-time backers of Rattel. And I don't know that it's going to be coming back in reprints. So you're going to have to grab it while you can, which is another good incentive to have.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Look at Frederic making comics great again. Oh my God.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'm having the time of my life. To be honest, I think making comics is the reward. Like, I think that's how I measure success today. Is like, did I work on my comic today? Yes. Okay, this is a successful day. This is,
Yeah.
because it's a long journey. It's a long step to getting from. I thought I was going to be done in 3 months. I don't know where I got this idea from.
It always takes longer than you think it does.
Clearly,
Whenever you think you're
Yeah.
done, you're not done in the slightest.
right. Clearly, I was delusional. How was the time frame for you, Dave? Like, did you have to readjust your time frame? Because your artist, says he wanted to get out of the grind of the mainstream production cycles. But were you? How did you adapt with the time? Did it take more time than you were expecting? And were you okay to adapt with the time it took and things like that?
Well, I'm now kind of used to it, but it takes approximately 8 to 9 months to make one book, which.
But you've got a lot. How many pages? Like 24 or 32?
We do 32 pages plus the covers and everything.
And about 8 months, you say?
Yeah, about 8 to 9 months, and then with the crowdfunding process and the shipping, so approximately there's almost 1 year between each issue, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But if you see, so when it's so much work, and you kind of can't grasp it when you see the book, right? These are beautiful looking books, but the amount of pages that we can do per month is limited.
Yeah.
Because the time that goes in it. For instance, the colorist, he can't do like he can maybe do 2 pages per week. So you have to adjust. It's not that bad either, because I can distribute the fonts across multiple months.
Yeah.
So it works for everyone.
It's easier to budget as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That is freaking cool. This brings us to the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. It's now shill time, so I'll play the intro, and then we can all say our final words. Here we go.
Hit it!
Shit! Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
And before we go straight to shilling, Gordon Goodbrother has a question. Dave, do you or does someone else design the books?
I do like the books. I design these, so all like the issues that I produce. But once they get into the hands of Critical Blast and they make these things, they have their own designer. So Critical Blast designed these, and the single issues I design. Nice.
So we've got your links in the description and as well as pinned to the chat.
Thank you.
So you've got the Fund My Comic link, your Twitter as well, and as your YouTube, because you have your own show. You have multiple shows on YouTube. You're very active with guests and different topics. You even have like book
Drink with Brink.
unboxing. Yeah, very active.
Drink with Brink. That's my weekly thing. I do that every Sunday at 2 p.m. EST. And then every week I have a different guest and we talk about their campaign. And then occasionally I have unboxings of indie comics. and I do sometimes do a show with Michael Oden where we critique crowdfunding campaigns. We just pick out random campaigns, we go over them, and tell us how we feel about how it's set up. Not really critiques about the books, but more about the campaigns themselves.
That's cool, man. Very interesting. So follow him. Check all the shows out. Got a lot of incredible resource now. I think we live in amazing times where all the creators are doing things in the open. We can learn from each other, like all the interesting ideas and tricks, as well as each other's mistakes, so we don't have to make mistakes that others have made before us. So it's very interesting times we're living in from the point of view of a comic book creator, I think.
Yeah.
Lord Otter, would you like to tell us where people could find you and what you're working on currently?
Yeah, so if you want to find out what I'm doing, I am finishing up the sequel to my first book, The Curse of the Star Raids. This one is called The Shadow of Twin Moons. So I'm very much in that final polishing phase, which is taking longer than anticipated, but to a certain extent that's not exactly a surprise. But if you want to check out my first book, it's available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. I am also planning on doing another gaming stream here soon, so be on the lookout for that.
What games are you playing these days?
I've been playing a lot of Civilization 5. That's been really scratching the itch. I'm thinking for the gaming stream, probably doing something like a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3, maybe. That sounds like fun.
I heard they're talking about Baldur's Gate 4 now, and it's not going to be the same studio. It's going to go.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a good idea. So stay tuned, find out more about that. Omerglitch, what's up with you? What shows are you doing? And tell us a little bit of where can people find you and follow you. I think you're muted. If you're talking, you're muted right now.
There he is.
Yeah. Okay. We see your links, but we can't hear you.
It's a cool character he's drawing.
Yeah. Oh, I think is that Perfect 10? It's her hairstyle and her guns.
It might be.
Omer
look like her.
He's always drawing people's characters. Yeah, we can't hear you, man. So you're muted. But follow him at Omerglitch on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. GarciaDesigns.com is where you can find him until he fixes his mic. There you go, buddy. And that brings us to Frequency. Wrangler from Frequency Studios. What are you working on, my friend? And where can people find you?
Currently, I'm working on book 3 in the Bad Kitty series, but you can find me on Amazon or even through like Barnes and Noble, all that stuff. But Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World, they are magic-fueled sci-fi adventures that are good for all ages. And you can also follow me over on Substack under Frequency Studios, and you can catch my YouTube channel. Do a channel search for @Wrangler212. It'll pop up. If not, you're just going to get videos about Jeeps. But every Monday we do a show where we just get together and who knows what we're going to do. It's called the Weekly Wing It. We just make it up as we go. Sometimes we're playing video games. Sometimes we just start talking about whatever, and the conversation goes all over the place like a dog chasing a squirrel.
That was my school of YouTube. That's where I learned to wing it myself. From you are my sensei of YouTubing.
Oh, God help you.
Testing.
You right?
Testing.
Oh, okay, Omer, you have the power of speech now.
Am I back? Am I
Use it
back?
wisely.
Yes, we can hear you now. Can you hear us?
I don't. Yeah, I can hear you guys. I heard you the whole time. That's why I gave the thumbs up. But yeah, you said it. That's and I'm trying to draw perfect 10 here. Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
Thank
Really
you.
cool.
Appreciate you.
Sweet.
I was saying I hope I get the hair right.
Yeah, the hair is always the tricky part. That's the most difficult aspect of the character.
Interesting.
Thank you
That's
again.
the hair. That looks like the kind of hairstyle. When you get it right, it looks awesome. But if you don't get it just right,
Yeah.
It just kind of shifts the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the costume now, see where all the lines fall.
Yeah, where they line up.
Cool, man.
And I have been Frederic Guimont. This has been Proof of Comics number 63. Thank you for staying tuned all the way to the end. And a very heartfelt thank you to our guest, Dave Brink, who stayed up until 4 a.m. in his local time to be with us and to share about his passion and his love for comics, specifically Perfect 10. So do support him. Support the campaign. Follow him on YouTube and Twitter. And until then, thank you for joining us. And we will see you next time.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Hello, Bitcoiners. Thank you very much. Hello. It's good to be with you. It's good to be with you.